Here are some of the notable UFA goaltenders that'll be on the market. You see their age there as well. Lundqvist, Crawford, Hudobin, whose stock has gone up, Holtby, Markstrom, who I think is probably Markstrom and Leonard are the two most attractive guys on there because of their age and because of how their play has been. You can see some guys on the bottom. Talbot, Grice, Smith, Jimmy Howard. I mean, I ended up with a list of 15 legitimate guys, UFAs. 1 and 1A UFAs that could be out there, and that's a lot of goalies, and I think that will play into obviously the mindset of the teams, but I think also of the goalies as well, because the music is going to start playing, and when it stops, you want to have a stall in one of these NHL cities, correct?
Well, yeah. I mean, you want to keep playing. Yes. You want to be one of two guys at the NHL level that are protecting the crease. And let's not forget, there's only one net per side. So you're only talking two. Sometimes teams take three, what we'll call NHL-ready goalies. One of them usually is on a high-level one-way contract, or I should say high-level two-way contract, or lower amount one-way deal in the minors. But all those guys are going to feel like that they still can be leaders, that they can be, meaning in the crease. Hudobin has been traditionally a backup throughout his career. We saw him catapult himself to the forefront in these past playoffs. I still think he's
a good 1B.
And there's no shame in that whatsoever.
Not at all.
None. I mean, perfect role for Anton. But one of those guys that you had on that board, I think are going to be, when I say on the outside looking in, longer than they think.
Yes.
There's going to be that's going to make you go, whoa, all right. But the market is the market, and the biggest thing that's going to play into all this, partner, what's going to happen right now?
Yeah.
Teams are just saying, we don't know about revenues. We know where the cap is, but do we want to get close to it, or do we want to stay 10 million below it
if we can,
and work our way up then? I mean, it's a crazy situation.
And here are some other guys that are possible guys that could get moved. I mean, Marc-Andre Fleury, I don't think, let's face it, if they're going to sign Robin Lehner, they can't afford to keep Marc-Andre Fleury.
You don't think $12 million in goalies is good?
Probably going to be tough on a longer term, right? I mean, Montreal has a lot of money invested in goalies, but just for 1 year, and they have the cap space. Matt Murray, that whole thing with Tristan Jarry, I think Murray is the odd man out. We'll see where he gets moved. Darcy Kemper, Bill Armstrong has talked about how much they love Darcy Kemper, but they need draft picks, and they may just decide, hey, this is an asset we can move. Toronto may want to upgrade in some way, and then maybe move Freddie Anderson out, bring one of these free agents or one of these guys into the mix. And the Tuukka Rask story, I don't get the sense he's going to get traded, but that whole thing kind of ended in an odd way when he left the bubble, and who knows how the Bruins really feel about something like that. So it's going to be crazy for goaltenders. If you're looking to remake your goaltending, this is the year to do it, because there's a lot of options.
This is the year to do it. A lot of those guys, especially on that board you had up there, are making good money.
Yeah.
That could be the biggest factor in deterrent, perhaps, in moving some of those guys. I also think, we don't see this often, but we could see a goalie for goalie trade this year.
That's true.
We do not see that often, but you look at that board up there that we had up before, and holy smokes, could a few teams make a goalie for goalie trade and say, you know what, sometimes it's just better to shuffle the deck a little. We can absorb this. You take that salary back. I'm just saying, it doesn't happen often. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, and give you an example of that. If the Minnesota Wild, for example, who have an extra first-round pick, want to get Darcy Kemper, maybe it's a pick and Devin Dubnyk that goes to Arizona. A lot of different possibilities.
Yeah.
And
this is the best year to see a goalie for goalie deal.
Yeah.
This is, with the plethora of ones that we have up.
No question about it. There's going to be so much movement going on over the next couple of weeks. It is going to be crazy.